Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 review of Survivor for September 25th, 2013. This is a Kings of Television review. Start up the music. Boo-doo boo boo boo-doo boo boo. Okay, alright, so we've got a little bit of a different way to review this episode of Survivor. Instead of total recapping it, I'm going to be breaking it down. We're going to see the Tadhana highlights, the Galang highlights, the Immunity Challenge, the Redemption Island Challenge, and the Tribal Council and Elimination. Alright, so I didn't predict. I think I chose Marissa, and I don't really remember my things. I'll have them probably listed as you see the screenshots of the contestants on this season go by. So I'll probably have them listed and stuff. So yeah, I know that I chose Marissa for one of them, and she is gone. So let's just get that out of the way. Let's not bury the lead. Marissa eliminated tonight on Survivor, but let's get to these highlights. Show opens up with, let's see, we've got the Tadhana highlights of Brad fishing. They have fire because they won the challenge. They sent someone home that they feel isn't going to get them into any real trouble. They didn't like Gervais, so they sent Marissa gone, and they're upholding their relationships with their fellow tribe mates and their enemy tribe mates, at least for now. So this is looking good for now, for the Brad's All-Guy Alliance. Rachel is on to the Guys Alliance, and she doesn't really want to be the next targeted one. She knows that her, Katie, and Sierra are going to be targeted soon, and especially if they keep losing challenges, they're going to be the ones who keep getting targeted, the women. So she tries to get in good with the guys. She was talking a lot to John in this episode. Sierra and Katie see that Rachel and John are talking a lot, and they think that she and John are aligned. And this whole tribe thinks that John is too close to Rachel, and that's kind of the dynamic for this side of the island in this episode. The Man Alliance at one point targets Rachel to get Tyson to swap. Now, this is a brilliant plan, I think. It's brilliant. I love Tyson, and he's one of my Ginger King picks, I know that. But it's a shame because, oh man, it's brilliant. They're playing so much into this loved one's tribe. It's so good. It's so good. These guys' plan is, if they lose the challenge today, they will vote out Rachel, so Tyson has to swap out, because they think that Tyson would. They said that the most likely person to swap out would be Tyson, and that would weaken their tribe, and that would give Rachel to their tribe. So they would be a weaker tribe, and it could possibly get Tyson out of the game. So that's a brilliant play. Too bad that it comes at expense of my guy Tyson. That's a bit of a shame. Alright, so I don't really want to go into that yet. Let's go into the Galang highlights before the Redemption Island Challenge. We had a line of massages happening, and this was the Colton Cumbie episode for the Galang tribe. There was a line of massages, and Colton just looked annoyed. They're like, oh, you don't want to join us? And he was just like, these people want peace. They want to sit and play a game of Zen, and I'm going to vote them out. This isn't Zen. We're stupid. And he does not like his tribe. He really, really hates his tribe. And it looks like this is going to wear on him for quite some time. So yeah, Colton begins to play the game too quick, too fast. It's a very popular saying in the reality TV world that if you play too quick, too fast on a tribe that's winning, you're going to be the first target. And Colton seems like he's making himself be the first target. He was talking way too much strategy to too many people, and by the end of the episode, all these people got together. They said, okay, whenever he says something bad, you come straight to the person he's saying something bad about, and we'll clear it all up, because right now he is not changed from the old Colton Cumbie that we all know. So, yeah, I think he's going to be hit list number 1. I don't think they'd be scared that Caleb is coming after them, so I think that would be the best way to go. So yeah, it looks like Colton is back to his old ways, being kind of a princess, you know, he wants to win $1 million, and I get that, but Survivor is a game about social strategery, and he does not have it. Laura is sad. Oh, okay, right, I can't go into that. So let's go into the Redemption Island Marissa explains how she was eliminated, and I kind of went over that, how Gervais was mocking the other team, and Marissa really feels bitter about this, and I wouldn't blame her. So let's get straight to the challenge. Rupert versus Candace versus Marissa. Let's look at the loved ones here. For Rupert, we have Laura on the Galang tribe. We've got Candace, whose loved one is on the Tadhana tribe, and Marissa, who is on the Galang tribe. Now, Marissa is new to Redemption Island, so Gervais does have an opportunity to swap, and you would think that because it's his fault and that it's his niece and that he is a man and she is a woman, that he would take her spot. But you know what? Gervais, you gotta hand it to him, really beat out Rupert in the gameplay portion. He didn't let his heart go before his head, even though I still think, even if Gervais knew that this was a bad move, he still wouldn't have swapped. He did not swap. Marissa didn't look very happy. But it's a bit of a shame. Gervais kind of looks like a douchebag. So I think there's a really strong possibility that he gets carried to the end here. The first place will decide who gets a clue to the immunity idol. Last place will go home. I think earlier, actually, I said that Marissa went home. Yeah, I'm such a dummy. Never mind. I'm stupid. She went to Redemption Island. That's what I meant to put. I'm a dummy and I pre-guessed. Okay. Alright, first place decides who gets a clue to the immunity idol. So if Candace wins, obviously she'll give it to John. Last person goes home, and the middle person at least stays in the game, right? Alright, so Candace does get first, and she does give the hidden immunity idol clue to John, so that will play out in the future. Rupert was right behind Candace, and he had 8 of them, and they fell. Marissa stayed calm, cool, and collected, and got all 10, and she beat out Rupert. Rupert, first person eliminated from Survivor Blood versus Water. Very, very, very sad. It's too bad, Last week I was just getting to warm up to Rupert, and I feel like if I would have seen a little bit more of him, maybe I would have even been a fan. But I've never been a fan of Rupert's, and what I did see of him, I was a fan of this year. It's a shame. I think this is his 4th time out, right? 3rd or 4th time out. So Marissa does beat out Rupert. Rupert is gone. And it just goes to show that Rupert's mistakes last week have cost him big, in the sense that he no longer has life on the Survivor Island. He's done. And he's left Laura, of all people, Laura, to win the game. And there's a chance that she could be carried to the end. But I don't see her winning a whole lot of challenges or making a whole lot of friends. So we'll see about that. So Rupert's mistake last week, like I said, it was a big mistake. Even Rob Cesternino, the great Rob Cesternino, agreed with me. So a big, big strategic mistake by Rupert, and it cost him to be eliminated. Candace gives the clue to John, and we do see that John is looking for his idol in this episode, and he's kind of outcasting himself against both his alliance and his other tribesmates. So I'm wondering if John's going to get switched out for one of the smaller girls in this tribe. Well, I guess they still have numbers, so it doesn't really matter if they were to get rid of John next week. They would still have numbers, so that might be a possibility if they keep losing. So that is very, very interesting. Alright, so now we're going on to the immunity challenge. We do have immunity and reward, the reward being fishing tools. We really saw that Tadhana already had fishing pretty much done, so I don't think they needed that. They've already got flint and fire, so they don't really need that, but I guess this is just it'll at least upgrade their technology. Cat sits out for Galang, and Galang do win immunity. The challenge was basically you stuff a girl in a barrel. It could have been a small guy as well. I feel like I could have done that. And you roll them along a course, and when they're locked in place, they can come out, stand on the barrel, untie their bag of balls, and they go into the barrel again. There were like 4 or 5 stations, and then at the end, you're playing skee ball, and you have to get your 5 balls to stay in the selected slots. And it seems that Hayden just couldn't get the job done. Gervais winning again. Gervais being a key MVP player here. He does win the immunity for his tribe, and I wanted to see him really boast, because he just watched his niece feel bad and really angry, and he did promise that he would boast more. So I wanted to see more of Gervais boasting here, but he didn't. He kind of kept it really calm. I mean, there was a celebration, but they didn't really show us Gervais actually, mooning the other tribe or something. So that's a little bit of a shame. Alright, so let's go back up to the other stuff. Alright, we have doubts against Jon on the Tadhana tribe. So yes, they are going to tribal council, and they're wondering, should they stick with the Rachel plan that they've been going with the whole show, or because they would still have numbers, do they go after Jon now? Because if he gets the idol and he makes a play tonight, it could really screw them, but I think that's really bad thinking, and I think what they did was the right thing to do. But before we see what they did, let's go to the Golong tribe. Okay, let's see. Colton. Laura is very, very sad about Rupert. Colton is annoyed once again. Colton spreads lies to Tina. It gets back to Kat. Kat calls Colton out, and Colton tries to call Tina out, and a whole bunch of drama, and nobody is liking Colton. And like I said, by the end of the day, Colton is enemy number 1 for that tribe, and I think he'll be the first to go. Alright, so we are now to the tribal council portion. The tribal council, the women are screwed. They don't have a putt to do something in. That's a Stone Cold Steve Austin saying, I'm sorry. They're screwed. The strategy of the Guy Alliance is really, really good, and I love it. But when they merge tribes, it's going to fall apart, and I can't wait for it to fall apart. It's going to be great. A lot of votes go Rachel's way. I think it went 2 for Jon. I think it went 2 to somebody else, and Rachel got voted out of the tribe. I think maybe Rachel and somebody else voted for Sierra or Katie. So I think that's what happened. So Rachel does get voted out of the tribe. She will join Candace and Marissa on Redemption Island, and one of them will be eliminated next week. Who is going to be eliminated next week out of Rachel, Candace, and Marissa? Well, I don't want Marissa to be eliminated because she's Team Ginger King. So I don't want Rachel to be eliminated either. I'd like to see Candace go. I mean, Candace did a hell of a job today, and, I don't know who she is, so I don't really care. And will Tyson sacrifice himself? That's the key. If the Guys Alliance on the Tadhana tribe successfully get Tyson to swap and get him out of the game, that's a really good key move. Because Tyson, I mean, he just looks like a powerhouse. Big, strong, silent, good in challenges, great socially, a leader. He reminds me of Coach a lot. And I liked Coach because he was goofy. But I mean, Tyson just reminds me of a mixture of Coach and Ozzy. It's just so strange. All right, so yep, that's about it. Next week, spoilers. Tyson has to make a decision, and he is not happy about it. And Colton Cumbie breaks down, and it's speculation on if he's going to quit the game or not. So a lot of interesting stuff happening in this episode, and a lot of interesting stuff going to be happening next episode. And I think this is another really good episode of Survivor. I'm really, really happy with this Blood versus Water theme. At first, I didn't like it, but with all the stuff that's been going on, it's great. I mean, Rupert leaving was kind of emotional. I guess it would be emotional if he was your favorite player ever. And if it were Russell, I definitely would be pissed off and angry that he left. So, yeah, that's it. Survivor. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Kings of Television review. Go ahead and let me know what you thought of this episode down below. Go ahead and share this video anywhere you want to share it. Like it, favorite, comment below. Do what you gotta do. Derek D. Ginger King, checking out.